Let's look at final exam question number 48 in Electricity Demystified, second edition. Please refer to page 331 if you have the printed edition of the book. We're talking about a coil that carries current. Maybe you connect a lantern battery or something like that up across a coil of wire so that it carries a certain amount of current. What does the number of Gilberts that this coil produces depend on? Well, the Gilbert, abbreviated GB, usually like that, is a unit of what is called magnetomotive force. Magnetomotive force. Now that's a pretty esoteric term, isn't it? Well, it's the magnetic counterpart of electromotive force. Electromagnetic force is otherwise known as voltage or electrical potential. So magnetomotive force is in effect magnetic potential. What does that depend on? It only depends on two things: the current through the coil and the number of turns that the coil has. It doesn't matter how big or small the coil is in terms of diameter. It doesn't matter how stretched out the coil is in terms of how elongated it is. And it doesn't matter what we put inside it. If we put a ferromagnetic rod inside that coil to make an electromagnet, say, or a higher value inductor than we would otherwise get, as long as the number of turns remains the same, and as long as the current remains the same, the magnetomotive force is going to be the same. This coil could have how many turns? However many. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6.5 turns here maybe. Anyway, we could make that coil an inch in diameter, a millimeter in diameter, a mile, a kilometer. We could make it a light year in diameter. The fact of the matter is, as long as the current and the number of turns is the same, the magnetomotive force will stay the same. Those are the only two factors that affect the magnetomotive force that a coil produces, the number of Gilberts. A more common unit of magnetomotive force is the Ampere-Turn. The number of amperes times the number of turns. That's probably more common than the Gilbert for magnetomotive force expression, but in any case, choice D is the one you want.